You may not think of the baby boomer generation when you think of recreational drug use, but it has become a growing problem. In fact, the number of opioid deaths in older Americans increased by almost 2,000% between 1999 and 2019. Unbelievable numbers. And joining us is Maryann Mason. She is professor of emergency medicine at Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine. Good morning. Thanks for joining me.
Good morning.
So that percentage was 18, like 1,800 and something, but almost 2,000% increase in opioid deaths in baby boomers. What's going on?
Indeed, what is going on? I think there are two ways this could come about. One is that older adults are more opioid exposed through prescriptions for various ailments they may develop as they age. And also they metabolize opioids differently, which might result in overdose. The
Okay,
thing of note here,
go ahead.
oh, might be that this is the baby boom generation that used drugs recreationally at higher levels than prior generations, and evidence shows they are continuing
Hmm.
to use illicit drugs at higher rates than prior generations. So I think they have exposure to opioids outside of their medical needs.
That was my question. I was going to ask you, was it a result of medical needs? But you're saying no.
We don't know,
Okay,
but my best guess looking at the data is it's a mix, and that the majority are going to be outside of medical needs,
okay.
especially since there have been a lot of policies around curbing overprescribing in the last 10 years or so. So if those policies work, these deaths should have gone down. But I think that the exposure may be coming from illicit use.
Okay, so let's talk about when you look at the percentage of people, are we talking more men than women? Are we talking more black and brown community? What are you seeing here with that?
Uh-huh. There are some real disparities here. More men than women, which is true in general for opioid overdose deaths, but very true for this group. More African American men than other groups, and more in the age range 55 to 64 than
Hmm.
the 65 plus.
Okay.
So there is a concentration among subgroups of these older adults.
So then, I always like to talk about the positive part of what we can get out of anything, and that is what are the solutions to this? Do we know?
I think we have some good ideas, and one solution is to address ageism. So a lot of us look at the older adult and think, well, they're not using drugs, they're grandma and grandpa. But
Mhm.
and so many physicians and other care providers are not screening people for drug misuse. So one thing we can do is routinely screen older adults for drug misuse, because with that screening, we can connect people to treatment. And I think the other thing we can do is adapt our treatment to the needs of older adults, which would include making them accessible for people with mobility issues and doing adaptations for visual and hearing impairments that might prevent people from participating in treatment fully.
Interesting that you say it's ageism. Very interesting study. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Maryann Mason with Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine. Appreciate your time.